Today I'm reviewing a 2010 Acura MDX, which is Acura's largest SUV with seating capacity for up to 7. This is the second generation model that was sold from 2007 to 2013, and the MDX is now on its 4th generation with an all-new model for 2021. Acura is the luxury division of Honda, and with that, the MDX is essentially a high-end version of the Honda Pilot. The two vehicles share quite a bit in common, but with the MDX, it's got a more premium image and also comes with a number of additional luxury and tech features. For the second generation, you can get it with 4 different trim packages. They had the Sport package, the Tech package, the Entertainment package, and the Advanced package. This model comes with all 4 of those packages, which pushes the original base price of about $45,000 up to $60,000 for this model. As far as styling goes, it's got a very similar look to other Acura models in the lineup, some very sharp edges throughout, a number of creases, and it's got a pretty sporty look to it as well. Up here at the front for 2010, it does see a minor refresh. With the refresh, we get this new grille design, which is known as the Power Plenum grille. Gives it a pretty, futuristic, techie look. Also get a pretty nice modern looking headlight fixture. And then down below in the bumper here, we've got integrated fog lights. Coming around to the side profile, you'll see it's got a pretty sporty image here as well. Pretty clean sheet metal, not a lot of tacked on plastic, which is nice. This model, having that Advanced package, gets a nice set of 19-inch wheels, really gives it a very premium look. And then around the window compartment, we've got this chrome strip, as well as the chrome door handles, and then integrated blinkers here in our mirrors. And coming around back, pretty aggressive tail lights here as well. Kind of those sharp edges to match the rest of the design on the vehicle. We get the dual exhaust down below, as well as a couple chrome accents. And you'll see we've got our backup camera hidden here by the license plate. All around, a pretty nice looking design, definitely very futuristic, and it really stands apart from its Honda Pilot sibling. Looking into the MDX, you'll see it's got a pretty nice interior design. It's attractive and it's got a very functional layout. I will say that the material quality isn't quite on par with some other premium SUVs in its segment. You can see some of the roots of the Honda Pilot here, but it does come very heavily loaded with luxury and tech features. We get power windows, power door locks, memory settings for 2 drivers. You'll see we've got some wood insets and some plastic that's got a brushed aluminum look to it. Door sills are stainless steel with the Acura lettering. Driver seats, full power with lumbar support. And on this model, we get perforated leather seats, part of the Sport package. To the left of our steering column, we've got controls for power mirrors, blind spot monitoring, and traction control. Also got an electronically adjusted steering column. And you'll see we've got paddle shifters on the back side of the steering wheel. On the face of the steering wheel, we've got audio controls in the upper left, Bluetooth controls in the lower left, cruise control in the upper right. We've also got the adaptive feature on this model, and then controls for vehicle settings in the LCD screen. On the instrument cluster, we'll go ahead and jump inside. Got a switchblade key here with keyless entry. You'll see when we put the key in the ignition, steering wheel automatically adjusts. We'll go ahead and turn the vehicle on. You'll see our instrument cluster's got a nice sporty look to it. Temperature gauge in the left-hand side, tachometer to the right of that, LCD screen in the middle, and our gear indicator, speedometer on the right, and fuel gauge on the right. Nice large screen up above here. Got controls for that down below here, so you can see we've got navigation, and we can also control audio on this screen when that system is activated. You also see when we put the vehicle in reverse that screen duals as our backup camera. Below that, we've got a couple of vents, hazard lights, got dual zone climate control for driver and passenger side, and climate control around this LCD screen. We've got a 6-disc CD player. We've also got AM/FM radio, XM radio. We've got a built-in hard drive, and you can also connect a device using a USB, auxiliary, or Bluetooth connection. You'll see we've also got a DVD player, part of the vehicle's rear entertainment system here. And then again, controls here for that upper screen. We've got heated and ventilated seats for the driver and passenger side. Compartment here that opens up with a 12-volt outlet and some storage space. Got our gear shifter. This model is also equipped with the dynamic suspension, so it's got a comfort and sport mode. And then we've got this little compartment here that opens up with 2 cup holders. Center armrest here can be opened up in 2 sections. So we've got a removable tray, pretty good space down in there. We've got our auxiliary connection and a 12-volt outlet. Up above, we've got a self-dimming rear view mirror, compartment for sunglasses, the ability to program up to 3 garage door openers. Also got a tilt and sliding sunroof. Controls for that are right here. And we've also got controls for our reading lights. Looking into our middle row, you see it's pretty spacious. Plenty of leg, head, and shoulder room. Center seat back here folds down into an armrest and has 2 built-in cup holders. We can also recline our seat backs using the lever on either side here to adjust that to your preferred position. You'll see we've got climate control in this middle row, and we've also got some auxiliary jacks back here as well as headphone jacks. And you'll see that the vehicle comes with headphones. Up above, we've got our entertainment system with a drop-down TV screen. And then built into each door, we've also got a cup holder and some storage space. To access the 3rd row seat, pull this lever here, and the seat slides forward. Only has this function on the passenger side. And then you'll see in the rear, we've got seating for 2 more. Got a cup holder and some storage space on each side. And you also see that legroom is pretty tight back here. Work for a small child, but that's about it. Coming around back, you can see that storage space is pretty limited when this 3rd row seat is in use. We do have a little cargo space below the floorboard here. Nice little cover built in here. And then of course we can also drop down this 3rd row seat quite easily to further increase this rear cargo. And then it's actually quite spacious back here. We've also got an electronic rear hatch. We can close that with the push of a button. The 2nd generation MDX has a 3.7 liter V6 with 300 horsepower and 270 pound-feet of torque. That was originally paired to a 5-speed automatic transmission, but for 2010 that's upgraded to a 6-speed automatic. It sees a 0 to 60 time of 6.6 seconds, an EPA rating of 16 miles per gallon in the city and 21 miles per gallon on the highway, and a max tow capacity of 5,000 pounds. The 2nd generation MDX also came standard with Acura's super handling all-wheel drive system, which has an active rear differential, making it one of the more capable all-wheel drive systems in its class. The MDX is nice to drive. It's smooth, it's quiet, it's comfortable. There's nothing to really complain about in terms of the overall drivability, but it does lack a little bit of the excitement and comfort that you get from other premium SUVs in its segment. If you look at Audis and BMWs and Mercedes, they definitely have an edge there, but where this has a huge advantage is that it's 10 years old and it's got over 100,000 miles, and most people are going to start getting a little bit nervous about long-term reliability with those other models, whereas with the MDX, you don't have to be worried about that for at least another 100,000 miles. I'll go ahead and do a quick acceleration test here, let you hear that V6 at work. That's 50 miles an hour, and that puts us at 60. So not the quickest vehicle out there, but 0 to 60 in 6.6 certainly isn't anything to complain about. Transmission does the job just fine. You know, once again, it's not really an exciting vehicle to drive, so if you're looking for something that you want to drive really aggressively, the MDX wouldn't be the option that I'd go with. But in terms of just that day-to-day drive, you're not going to have any issues merging onto the highway, passing vehicles, or climbing steep grades. The engine's going to be perfectly suited for that. The all-wheel drive system on the MDX has a great reputation in terms of overall handling. I mentioned earlier that it's got that active rear differential, which really helps to improve that overall handling. makes it a really capable vehicle when you're on that windy road. And then of course in snow and ice, it's also going to handle incredibly well. So all around, the MDX is a pretty nice vehicle to drive. It's comfortable, it's got a ton of luxury and tech features, it's quick, it's fairly fuel efficient, and it's got pretty good overall tow capacity. I did mention it's not as exciting to drive or as luxurious to drive as some of the other options in its segment, but the fact that it's going to be more reliable long term may very well outweigh those other benefits. So that's a look at the second generation model of the Acura MDX, a really nice SUV all around and a great option to consider if you're looking for a 7-seat luxury SUV that's also going to be reliable long term. It's not quite as fun to drive, and it doesn't have the same level of refinement that you see in some of its German competition, but given that it's based off of that Honda Pilot, it's probably going to be a lot more reliable as well. It's attractive, it's got a great interior that's very comfortable, and it's filled with luxury and tech features. If you have any comments or questions on the MDX, leave them in the section below. For more car reviews, be sure to subscribe. In the meantime, thanks for watching.